Hello and welcome. My name is Daniel Simmons and I'm a professional counselor at Ivy League Consulting, a company based in Tokyo, Japan that offers full support to applicants to MBA and graduate school programs in the United States and Europe. For more information about our services, please check our website. In the meantime, welcome to this online video tutorial about how to prepare for the TOEFL IBT exam, specifically the listening section. And in this short video, I'm going to give you a sample lecture, just as you would hear on the TOEFL IBT, followed by a series of questions. And these questions model, as much as possible, the kinds of questions that you will encounter on the official exam. Now, after you hear the lecture, you'll have the opportunity to see the questions. Please pause them as you consider the options available to you. And afterwards, you can check your answers by visiting the description of this video down below. So good luck. We hope that you find this useful. Now listen to part of a lecture in a plant biology class. During the past couple of classes, we've been discussing the flora of tropical rainforests, and we've talked a lot about the unique plants and flowers that make up this fascinating ecosystem. Well, today we're going to look at one of the rainforest's strangest and most bizarre flowers, which also happens to be the world's biggest flower, the Rafflesia. The Rafflesia is named after Sir Stamford Raffles, who encountered the flower during a trip to Sumatra in 1818, and like everyone else who sees one of these blooms, he was impressed with its size. Rafflesia flowers are huge, reaching up to 1 meter in diameter and weighing as much as 12 kilograms. Now, let's imagine that you're walking through the Asian rainforest, looking for a Rafflesia flower. Because the flowers are so big, your search should be easy, right? Well, not exactly. See, the Rafflesia flower is a parasite, which depends on another plant, a host plant, for its survival. Specifically, it's a type of parasite known as an endoparasite, which means that it lives and grows completely inside the host. The Rafflesia itself doesn't have any roots, stems, or leaves of its own. The only identifiable part of the plant is the flower, so unless it's blooming, there's no way to recognize it. And the Rafflesia doesn't bloom often. It takes a Rafflesia plant 9 to 21 months before a bud flowers, and even then the bloom only lasts for a week. In addition to their large size, Rafflesia flowers are unusual in other ways. Unlike many other tropical plants, it doesn't contain any chlorophyll, the substance that makes plants green. Some flowers have both male and female parts. When it blooms, the flower produces a foul stench, like the smell of rotting or decomposing meat. This terrible odor attracts flies, which in turn pollinate the Rafflesia, moving pollen from one flower to another so the plant can reproduce. Rotting meat and flies. This isn't the kind of flower you want as a bouquet on your dinner table. Rafflesia flowers are used in a variety of countries for a variety of purposes. In Thailand, young buds of the flower are eaten as a delicacy. Elsewhere, the flowers are believed to have mystical powers that help one attain nirvana, a kind of spiritually enlightened paradise. In Malaysia, Rafflesia buds are used by women to stop internal bleeding and shrink the womb after childbirth. Men use it as an energy drink or aphrodisiac. Preliminary analyses by plant scientists, however, show no evidence that Rafflesia flowers actually promote good health. On the contrary, Rafflesia buds and flowers have a high content of tannin and phenols, substances that can be toxic and poisonous when taken in large quantities. Now, like many other tropical plants, the Rafflesia flower is considered endangered or threatened due to destruction of its rainforest habitat. Loggers damage the flowers when they cut down trees, and tourists who come to observe the Rafflesia and other jungle plants carelessly walk on the blooms and crush the vines on which they grow. Fortunately, laboratory researchers have had some success recently in cultivating Rafflesia by inserting seeds into host vines. We'll talk more about this kind of procedure next time. When it blooms, the flower produces a foul stench, like the smell of rotting or decomposing meat. This terrible odor attracts flies, which in turn pollinate the Rafflesia, moving pollen from one flower to another so the plant can reproduce. Rotting meat and flies. This isn't the kind of flower you want as a bouquet on your dinner table. This isn't the kind of flower you want as a bouquet on your dinner table.